There was once a boy named Nico who lived on the edge of a forest where the hills softened into wide fields. Nico was the kind of child who had a sharp mind and quick feet. He liked to run fast, climb high, and chase after things he could see and touch. He had heard adults talk about wonders, the kind that made your heart skip, your breath catch. But when he thought of wonder, he imagined fireworks, mountains, treasured buried deep underground. And so he waited for something big. Each morning he ran to the highest hill to search the horizon, but all he ever saw were the same fields and the same low clouds drifting by. Each afternoon he climbed the tallest oak he could find, but no dragons soared overhead, no miracles fell into his hands. After a while, he stopped looking. He decided wonder was something that belonged to stories, not to real life. One day, with nothing much to do, Nico wandered down an old path he hadn't walked before. It was nothing special. A little overgrown, lined with weeds and broken stones, the kind of path most people would step over without thinking. At the end of it, he found a small wooden gate, leaning sideways on its hinges. There was no sign, no bright colours, no invitation, just the gate and a feeling he couldn't quite name. He pushed it open, half expecting nothing at all, and found himself in a garden. It was a messy garden, patches of wildflowers tangled in the grass, old apple trees with bark peeling like sunburnt skin, a cracked bird bath holding a puddle of rainwater. He almost turned away, but something made him stop. Not something loud, something quiet. He crouched by the bird bath. In the water he noticed, not at first, but after a moment, how the surface mirrored the drifting sky above. A cloud moved, a puddle shifted. For just a breath of time, the whole world seemed to turn upside down. He sat back on his heels, watching. He had never thought about how water held the sky. A bee buzzed past him, so close he felt the flicker of its wings on his skin. It disappeared into a cluster of clover, so small and soft he almost missed it. He lay down in the grass without thinking, letting the clover tickle his nose. Tiny white blossoms, smaller than the tip of his thumb, shivered in the breeze. Their scent was barely there. Not sweet like a rose, just alive. Nico stayed there for a long time, not moving, watching the small lives move around him, an ant dragging a crumb twice its size, a snail making its slow, shining journey across a stone, a dandelion seed lifting into the air, weightless, vanishing into the sky. There was no music, no great flash of light, no voice telling him he had found something important. Just the slow, steady realization that everything was important in its own small, breathing way. When he finally rose to leave, he noticed the gate had no latch, no lock. Maybe it had never really been closed at all. He walked home slowly, not rushing to the hilltops, not scanning the skies. He noticed how the dust on the path swirled in little dances around his feet. He noticed the hollow knock of a woodpecker on a tree far off. He noticed the way the wind touched the grass like a hand stroking hair. The world hadn't changed. It had always been full of small wonders. He had changed. He had learned that wonder isn't something you chase. It's something you meet quietly when you finally slow down enough to notice.